As Brett Kavanaugh gets ready to defend himself on Thursday at the big hearing, where does the burden of evidence lie? Does it even matter in this case?
Here to weigh in, Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, what changes? What changes after the interview last night?
I don't know that anything changes after the interview, Brian. It's a very, very challenging question. I think he would like to have said a lot more, but he was exceptionally self-restrained and basically said two things to Martha. I know nothing about this because I've never done this in my life to anyone. And second, I want the process to be fair. She asked unbelievably superb and direct and thorough questions, but the White House had prepped him not to go there. You know, is this because of Roe versus Wade? Of course it's because of Roe versus Wade. Is this because you're Catholic? Of course it's because he's Catholic, but he doesn't want to go there because that opens up a can of worms. But the question you asked in the intro, where is the burden of proof? There is no burden of proof. There's no rules here. It doesn't matter what happened. What matters is what is the impression amongst the American public at 5 p.m. on Thursday. Is their impression that she is more credible, or is their impression that he is more credible? That's what will decide this. We're looking at five senators, five Republicans: Corker, Flake, Murkowski, Collins, and Capito. That's what the human beings at whom this is aimed.
And you were saying that Kavanaugh was supposed to be a gift to pro-life evangelicals, but it's been anything but. What do you mean?
I think that until 2 weeks ago, the evangelical base, which supports the president very, very strongly, felt that they had been rewarded by having one of their own, Catholic, conservative, traditionalist. Now it looks like this nomination might be in trouble. Now, the reaction to that could be what you guys were just talking about in the last segment, that Republicans come out in droves to express their anger. So that would be a benefit to the president. But if the Republican base thinks that the congressional leadership in the White House couldn't manage a nomination as safe as this, they might stay home. I don't know which way it's going to go.
Right. Well, we'll know after the big TV show on Thursday.
Right.
So there are some stories this morning, Judge, that perhaps Dr. Christine Ford is getting cold feet because her attorney sent back to Congress a letter saying, hey, wait a minute, I thought this was going to be a fair presentation of my side, and yet you're apparently going to hire a sex crimes prosecutor to ask the questions. And Mitch McConnell made that it's a smear campaign speech yesterday on the floor of the Senate. Maybe some are surmising she's not going to show.
Well, if she doesn't show, this has to be over with. I mean, he cannot answer an allegation that is not credibly made. And right now, the answers he gave to Martha McCallum last night and in his letter to Senator Grassley were based upon an interview in the Washington Post and the one letter that Dr. Ford wrote to Senator Grassley. That doesn't cut the mustard. If she's got allegations of this magnitude, she has to state them under oath.
Exit question on Ramirez, the second accuser that appeared in the New Yorker feature.
Isn't that totally discredited by now?
Well, Senator Susan Collins is on the record saying, I want to hear from her.
I don't think that's going to happen. Senator Collins is not on the committee. I think the committee is fed up with the delays that have been going on.
But if she votes no, because I haven't heard from her.
Well, then they have no room to spare if she votes. She votes no, and everybody else votes as we think they will be. It'll be a 50-50 tie with the vice president breaking it.
Prediction?
I can't predict. I think Thursday will be high drama. I think you will see him, Judge Kavanaugh, a lot more forceful, almost Clarence Thomas-like, than what we saw last night, because he has to win the day.
Okay. Judge, going to be exciting.
Yes.
You cannot rest.
No, I can't.
Keep watching.
One of those weeks, Brian.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Brian, were you there when I got hit in the head with a camera last night?
I'm going to be your eyewitness.
What an event that was.
It was a big night last night.
Judge Pirro will represent you in the coach filing.
Oh, please.